Hey peeps, welcome to another video. It is week 3 of Inktober, and as you can see I am full steam ahead, like we're still going. I'm really proud of how far I've come. Compared to last year, I did make it this far, but I feel like I ran out of steam last year, like way like before the 24th. I'm recording this on the 24th, the night of the 24th. It's the full moon. Happy full moon to you guys. So here I'm drawing Damakos, the alchemist for my comic, and as you can see, I kind of switched gears. I don't know if you guys watched last week, but I switched gears for Inktober because I wanted to make like individual pictures, like individual prints for everybody to see. Because the fold-out sketchbook was like, it's actually really kind of like a really personal project to me. So I decided to kind of like halt doing it. I actually finished it, but I wanted to kind of hold off showing it for a little bit, at least a while, and just draw some other stuff that might be more interesting. Week 3 is week 3. Whew, I don't even know what week 4 is gonna be looking like. Not that I'm busy, I just wonder what I'll come up with, because now I haven't really planned any drawings ahead of time. So I'm like, what do I draw today? And I just have to, like, you know, come up with something, which is kind of fun because I did plan out the whole entire fold-out sketchbook, but I didn't plan out any of these prints. So whatever I come up with is what you got for the video. I also wanted to like explore more with like ink washes, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. So far so good, guys. So far so good. I kind of wanted to like also just kind of take a moment to thank you guys for supporting my shop. Thank you Mary for stopping by my shop. Thank you Jasper for stopping by my shop, and like oh, and Kayla and John, like all my patrons. Mom, thank you guys so much for like supporting me. You know, Grape, Kel, everybody, just thank you so much. If I left anybody out, you know who you are. I love you. Evie, Kayla, I think I said Kayla twice, don't know. I gotta say everybody else's name twice. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm really happy this month. I'm happily doing my art. I'm not in stress mode or anything like that. I'm just taking it a day at a time and seeing what I come up with, not stressing over anything. Getting used to this 6x8 size that you see me drawing on right now. This print, by the way, my patrons, I usually update the shop and tell my patrons first, so they usually get like first dibs on what I sell over on my shop on Ticktail. But after that, like after maybe a day, if nobody buys anything, then I just put it out into the open. So Damakos here is on my shop right now. I'm gonna put up the other prints that you see me working on, or the other paintings that you see me working on, or ink pictures. You can't really call them paintings because I don't know. Anyway, they're all going up in the shop eventually, is what I'm trying to say. Ones that I think are good enough for it, at least. Yeah, I'm having a good time, like uploading, drawing, interacting with people, especially on Instagram. Instagram has been really good for me lately because Inktober is really a time where you ramp up and start making art for real, like, and sticking to it has really paid off in terms of, like, you know, meeting new people and making new friends, and it's just been overall a really good experience for me. I would do this again next year. I mean, I've been doing it for the past 3 years. The first year I was like, nope, I can't do it. I always stop at day 15, and the second year I burned out towards the end. But this year I feel pretty confident that I can finish. You know, like, if everything, if you know, time and schedule allow, which so far it has. Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Also, let me know how Inktober is going for you so far. Are you still going? Did you miss a few days? Because honestly, I missed a few days, but I'm not really stressing about it. Like, if I missed like 5 out of the 31 days of this challenge, I'd say that the challenge is a success. But even if you finish like 1 day, like that's still a success. Just you did it, you know? You did it. So let me know how it's going for you. Because I know it can be tough. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So yeah, I'd love to hear how you guys are doing so far. Are you following the prompts? Yes, no, I'm not, as you can see. Now, for this next piece, actually, this is kind of like an homage to tarot, because I've been reading tarot for 10 years now, and I had just realized that. I had like counted like, when did I start reading? And I was like, wow, it's been a while. So I kind of wanted to celebrate that with this particular piece. This isn't really any character in particular, it's just a character that I kind of designed on the fly, but they're definitely like a pro tarot reader. You see all those eyes? Yeah, for sure, they know how to read tarot all right. But I had a whole bunch of fun. I played around with the color ink too. I have purple Winsor Newton ink, but it's a little too blue for my taste, so I mixed it with some other red inks and it came out a nice purple. You'll see. But yeah, the hair was a bunch of fun to work on, as were the eyes. I just had a lot of fun in general with this picture. Tarot reading is really near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've always kind of like doing, not just for myself, but for like friends. And how I learned was interesting, because I actually learned when I was going to college. In the student center, I would just kind of like sit around for my next class, or sit around after my day was done, and I'd kind of just like, you know, I'd hang out with some friends in between classes, and then I'd be like, hey, would you like a tarot reading? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, you know. And then more people started to see that I often came by the student center with my cards, and they'd be like, hey, can you read me? Or, you know, like they come and sit down. And that's basically how I learned to read the cards, just by having, because I didn't want to just have a sounding board of just me in my own head just reading myself. So I kind of like bit the bullet, and you know, I know I had some social anxieties or whatever, but nobody was gonna bite my head off. Like, if they wanted a reading, they wanted a reading, and it didn't really matter if they believed what I had to say or not. I would just be like, you know, maybe it's just all in good fun. I mean, it was free, you know, you can't beat that. Not every tarot reader did their readings for free. So they're like, you know, why not, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes the best parts after would be like, oh man, that's actually pretty accurate. I didn't even believe in this stuff before, you know, and that was always the best part, when like skeptics would be like, oh shit, you know, oh man, oh, I guess this video's been demonetized because I cursed, but they'd be like, oh snap, you know, that's actually pretty accurate, really, really nice work. And like, whenever I'd read people, they'd be like, you know, you're really good at this, and I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks. And, you know, it really didn't occur to me that this is a skill that I've been honing for like 10 years now. So I know like a couple people have told me, hey, you know, you should start charging for your service because it's really good. Like, you really know how to read these cards. And every time I'd kind of be like, well, you know, I guess, but it's just something I like to do occasionally. But no, this is something that's actually a legit thing that I spent a lot of time on, and I probably should like consider it as a service, because it does take energy, believe it or not, to read tarot cards for someone else, especially you know, people who are a little harder to read, because everybody's different and everybody's looking for different answers, and people don't always tell me what they want to know, and I don't always ask, so it's like really intuitive, and based on what I see, you know. So yeah, this was a whole lot of fun. So that's how I'm honoring my skill, just drawing by tarot. And there's like my little obsidian crystal ball in the corner there, because I just love that. I don't really know how to read scrying ball just yet. I'm still learning that, so I'm not gonna say that I know how to do that too, but it's coming to me. You know, all things take time to learn, drawing included. You know, there's actually a couple of these days that I did not film, either because I like straight up forgot to like turn my camera on, or I just wanted to like, I didn't feel like setting up my camera, or I just like, I kind of, there are some days that I actually wanted to make a Patreon exclusive. So if you guys are interested in seeing like any other days that you think, like, because I'm only showing a few of these Inktober drawings that I've recorded, because I don't want to make the video absurdly long. It's already kind of like running kind of long for my tastes. But another reason is because I wanted to leave a few of these process videos as exclusives for like my patrons as like a thank you, because I've been trying to like figure out different ways to like like have Patreon only content. So I know the picture of Dio is going to be a Patreon exclusive, like the video for him, and I think one other that I might have forgotten. I'm not sure, but yeah. Oh, the werewolf one. No, the werewolf I didn't record. I forgot. I was like, no, I forgot to record that. And Athena, I drew Athena as well. And if you guys want to see those pictures, because they're not anywhere, recorded. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, because that's where I update every day. Also, if you want, you can follow me on Patreon without like being a patron, because I do update my Inktober drawings daily, and everyone can see it. So yeah. For this last one, I am drawing my oldest character, or one of my oldest characters. His name is Seth, and he's an incubus, basically. And I wanted to play around with the inverse of like the fills, because if you noticed, a lot of my ink washes and stuff have been like, oh, the background is like a stark black shape, and in that shape is one of like a character or something. But I wanted to kind of like do the opposite for Seth, because he is like a shadowy creature, and he's just all black. So I wanted to like do the inverse of that and play around with the ink that way, and I learned a lot. I know that I've tried to like do like his effect, like his like shadowy effect before, and it didn't really work out that well because I didn't really understand ink. But I feel like because I've been constantly working with ink this month, I had a better idea of how ink behaves as like a flat color. So I started to just fill him in and like kind of do it more strategically. Like I gave it a little bit more thought, and it ended up being coming out pretty good. Because like in the beginning I was like, oh no, what if I messed up? Because it was like in that awkward stage where it was all patchy and I wasn't sure if it was gonna work out. You'll see. Because like at that point in the beginning, when I'm filling him in, I'm like, oh no, I hope I didn't like mess up forever. But then I'm like, oh wait, I can just go back over the lines in white, since that's the only way I can really define where his hair is, because he has a lot of hair. So in the end, I'm really happy with how it came out. And you'll notice like all of my pieces for this month, for these single pieces, they have like a bit of gold leaf on them, because I use a gold leaf pen for the detailing, the final detailing, and I really enjoy that effect. Let me know if you guys like gold, like on the black and white pieces, or if it should just be only Inktober, blah blah blah. Because I don't even think the gold leaf pen is ink. I think it's just like chemical to get that effect. But I don't really have like an actual gold leaf like set. It's just the pen, which is easier to manage. But I like the way it does the shiny. See, as you can see, like I'm doing like the black in kind of like a lighter, like a wash tone first before I went in on just like, because I was like, oh man, what if I just, and I'm like, oh, I need to go in with more ink. So I did, and it worked out. It doesn't look like anything at first. It just looks like a black blob in the middle of the paper, but then as I define it especially with the white pen, you can see the shapes a whole lot better, especially when it comes to like the face area. The face area always gets me, because I'm like, what if I didn't do it right, you know? But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Seth is a character that I have not really been using a whole lot, because I feel like I kind of grew out of him, to be honest. I don't connect with him as much as I used to. I still like to draw him occasionally, but in terms of actually using him in stories, I just haven't really, I don't know, I just haven't really done it. But it's always fun to revisit a character even though you don't really connect with them as much anymore. But he was one of the first characters that I made a lot of friends with, and a lot of people who see him, like a lot of my older friends, like that I've had the longest time on the internet, have been like, I know him! Oh my god, it's Seth! And I'm like, yeah, it's the same old guy. Like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But overall, I did enjoy this piece, and this piece I actually did today on the 24th, and I'm just recording ahead of time for you guys. the pieces that I've done thus far. But like I said, I didn't want to make it too long, so I didn't put every piece that I'm drawing down in this video. So there will be some Patreon exclusive, or at least one Patreon exclusive video, speed paint, that you guys can see, and it'll be of Dio. I thought about putting him in this video, but I'm like, no, what if I just want to put him... By the way, Dio sold, so thank you. I didn't expect these Inktober pieces to actually like really sell, and I was just so happy when they did, and yeah, I don't know, I just really, that made me really happy, because like this whole time, like I was always like getting towards like actually selling my art online. People would always tell me, oh, you need to do fan art, or else your stuff's not going to sell. Your stuff is really nice, but you need to start doing fan art. And I'm like, but I don't want to sell fan art. I don't want to do fan art and sell it, you know. But it worked out in the end, and I'm just really happy that you guys are happy to support me and that you like my work enough to buy it. That's just like one of the better feelings on this planet for me, is that somewhere someone like my art makes them happy, and that's always a good feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you grabbed a cup of tea or something to you know, help you along this video, or if you're drawing along, that's great too. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to people who are subscribed. If you'd like to see more, follow me everywhere, links in the description. But yeah, I think that's about it for this week. See you guys next week. Take care.